Okay.
Certainly. Where are you?
Long Island, New York, a town called Long Beach. You ever heard of it?
Billy Crystal's hometown, please.
Wow, you are quick, Bruce. Wow.
I know. I spent the summer at the Colony or the Monaco or one of those beach clubs. I forget what it was. 100 years ago.
Joan Jett is still on our block. Carol Burnett has been seen around here over the decades. But let's not talk about me in Long Beach. Let's talk about this great new film. So, Mark, when did you actually wrap on this film? When did you feel that it was done and not just a festival cut or a showcase cut?
Well, we premiered it in July of last year at Outfest. That was our actual world premiere, and it was locked. But I've made improvements cosmetically and improved the sound since then. But yeah, it's been locked for over a year now. I started way back in 2019. That was when we shot our first interviews and sequences in the original building. So it's been a long road. I had no idea it would take this many years to finally, get it out to the world, but I'm so proud that it is out there now.
As you should be. And the legendary Bruce Vilanch, how long have you known the legendary Bruce Vilanch for?
Oh, wow. I've known you for quite a few years. And I remember we were in line at the Angel Awards for Project Angel Food, which is, it started during the AIDS crisis, and now it's provides thousands of meals every day to LA County people who are seriously ill. And Bruce has been a part of it. I've been a part of it for so many years. And I was just starting to think about this project, and I was so excited. I remember telling you, Bruce, I'm going to be making a Studio One movie, and he kind of looked at me like, well, really? Okay, sure, whatever. And indeed, he became my hero, and I think I filmed about 4 or 5 interviews. He was an amazing resource. Not only does he, of course, provide the comic relief in such a beautiful way, but he is an encyclopedic, Wikipedic knowledge of show business, LGBTQ history. He's brilliant, and he has a spiritual side too. Yes, you are. And we had multiple T-shirts because I wasn't thinking like I do in a narrative film, to keep the costumes the same, so it's not obvious that we shot so many different times. But we get multiple jokes. So
and hair colors and hairstyles and weight levels. They're all spread out.
Bruce, sometimes you find that, say, the Friars Club, people would get jobs writing from hanging out there. Did any of your gigs come from hanging out at Studio One?
Well, yeah, I guess because I did a lot of work with the Broadway divas who were playing in the back lot and wrote a lot of their shows. And so the word got around that was the kind of thing I did. But I was doing variety television when there was still variety television. Yeah. There is still variety television, but now it's all competition. Back then it was just entertainment. There were no masked singers. So it was a whole other world. And I was in it. And so I'm sure I did get a bunch of work from that. Also because Studio One was where the big time Hollywood community met the gay community that I think they knew existed, but they never actually saw unless they were a secret part of it. And so as a result, there were a lot of people there who would not have run across me anyplace else.
Do you have a favorite concert that you saw, Bruce, at Studio One? Because in its prior incarnations as the Factory and all that, legends played there, Ike and Tina Turner, etc. But any concerts that stand out for you?
Well, they would come and do a little thing, a demo, a couple of numbers for their new record, whatever it was. But I mean, the shows that we did there, Cheetah Rivera, the first one that was there was obviously kind of groundbreaking for the whole thing. But I loved working with Waylon Flowers and Madam because that was a perfect room. Because you have to have a small environment when you're dealing with a puppet, because the audience has to be able to focus on that. And of course, the genius of Waylon was he was not a ventriloquist. You could see him talking, and because she was a stick puppet. Yeah, and the energy of that, where he actually transformed to a real person up there on the stage talking to the audience. You didn't see that much, and there weren't many places where that act could play realistically. and have its full impact. So that would be that. I guess that would be the one I would pull out.
Good pick, I would say. Now, Mark, back to you here. Are we allowed to know what's coming next? And by that, I mean, this is a new film for us. For you, it's something that was years in the works for. You mentioned taping some of the interviews like 9-10 years ago.
Oh, well, not that long ago. No, we started in 2019. And
I thought you said 2015. My bad. My numbers aren't very good.
It was 9 years ago.
No, doing studio one half at that point.
Right.
Fair.
Yeah, it took 4 years to get it completed, and we've been on the festival circuit, and Bruce has been with us many times. By the way, Bruce was with us in Dallas, Texas, of all places, and boy, those straight women were so excited to have Bruce as a special guest. I remember driving up, it was pouring down rain to the theater, and they had this huge billboard truck with Bruce's face. Bruce Vilanch presents Studio One Forever. It was
wide load.
Yes, in the rain. So yeah, it's been quite a few years. So you asked what's coming next for?
Are we allowed to know, or do we just have to wait for the Hollywood Reporter to say it's okay?
Well, obviously, this is an amazing story, and I'm not only a documentary filmmaker, but I'm also a narrative filmmaker. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a given that this story could become a narrative feature. It could become a series, actually. So I've been developing that, and my mate, Stephen Israel, who's one of the lead producers on the film, believes it can be a Broadway musical. So who knows? We'll see how things develop with that. I'm also working with Alan Eichler, who's one of our angels, on a Mamie Van Doren documentary. She's still around. She's 93, I believe. So we better hurry and get that one done. And, she is the last of the blonde bombshells. She was friends with Marilyn and all of those people from that incredible era. And she, possibly Madonna will participate, and her influence, basically. So that's what's coming up for me.
So it could be a Broadway play, it could be a film, it could be a short, whatever it is. I'm looking forward to that. And Mark, thank you for your time. Bruce, one quick question at you, and then I let you both go. And that's and this is a compliment, Bruce. You were extremely prolific. Your IMDb probably has 2% of all the work you've ever done. But does Bruce Vilanch ever have writer's block? Because it doesn't seem that way.
No, but writer's block's a genuine condition. I mean, it's not, just a fun thing to say, oh, I've got writer's block. No, but I Neil Simon told me a long time ago, never finish anything. Never get up from the table and say, that's it, I'm done. Always leave something left to be done on any project, and that gets you back into it. Mm-hmm. And when you consider how prolific he was, Shakespeare didn't write as many plays, so it's amazing, and that's kind of become a lifesaver for me every now and again, where you just say, "Oh, I didn't get that part of it done. You go back."
And you have a new book.
Once you get the engine revving, that it's okay. But thank God, I haven't had real writer's block, which comes from it's kind of like a post-traumatic stress disorder.
And you have a new book, Bruce.
To you, and this is how you react to what happened.
Yeah.
Before we go, Bruce needs to talk about his new book.
I have a book. Yeah. I was doing a lot of podcasts during COVID, and all these people who were many, many decades younger than I am were asking me about all the crap I wrote for TV in the 70s, the Star Wars holiday special, the Paul Lynde Halloween special, the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, and I thought, well, there's a book in this. So I've written a book about how I wrote the worst television shows in history and lived. It's called It Seemed Like a Bad Idea at the Time. And it's on Amazon pre-order right now. It'll be dropping in March, but it's on pre-order. And I extended it to movies like Can't Stop the Music and Broadway flops I've had and whatnot. So it's not just TV, but it's very fun. The cover alone will make you chuckle.
I love that. I'm looking forward to buying that. And thank you both for your time. Looking forward to everything that's to come from both of you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Darren.
Paltrocast.